Let me start with something, a kind of a follow-up. A couple of weeks ago, I was talking about diamonds because it was in the Washington Post that bin Laden launders a lot of his money through diamonds because cash is too dangerous. He's a hunted man. So it said, you know, diamonds, maybe we shouldn't get into diamonds. But this is not the only reason we shouldn't get into diamonds. I've mentioned this before. People make fun of me. Women hate me for even bringing the subject up. I'm not making it up that diamonds are a dirty business. I'm not. I promise. Primetime Live did a great expose on this. Bob Simon did it on CBS. People in Congress, Tony Hall, Democrat of Ohio, Cynthia McKinney's been on our show, Frank Wolf, representative, a Republican, Senator Judd Gregg, a conservative Republican from New Hampshire, said that buying diamonds is similar to purchasing goods from Nazi Germany. It's a very complicated situation to go into why, but let's just say that Africa, especially Central Africa, is a mess. So a lot of people, the rebels there, the corrupt governments, they fund their corrupt lives and their wars through taking over diamond mines. Just let me quote Mr. Dennis Bright. By the way, also Global Witness, World Vision, Physicians for Humanities, Amnesty International all tried to organize a boycott. Doesn't work because women love diamonds. Okay. Dennis Bright, Commissioner for the Consolidation of Peace, said the fellow who gives a diamond ring to a lover should know that probably because of that diamond, a girl of 10 has been raped, a boy of 2 has lost a limb. People should understand that from where I stand, I have seen the horrors that have been caused because of the battle over stones. Now, I told all this to a girl recently, many women, and she said, I said, you know, kids have their arms cut off. She said, both? Yeah. If it was just one arm.
Right.
Could I? Yeah.
You know, that's the thing. I mean, unfortunately, what we got going on here is when you're talking about Sierra Leone or the Congo or Angola, these countries where the diamonds are coming from, they're so far away, it's very hard for people here to relate to that in any shape or form. But, you know, an interesting point a friend of mine brought up to me was when it came to ivory, when people discussed ivory, when you start worrying about elephants and whether or not they would die, people, you know, started curbing ivory use. They started making it illegal. Maybe, you know, what we should think about is just buying estate jewelry, you know, stuff that's already out there in the market as opposed to, you know, floating new diamonds. And
kind of like adopting an orphan instead of having a new child.
Bill, one thing you have to consider is that, and I agree with you that it's a problem, but approximately 15% of those diamonds are involved in this kind of trafficking and trade, and I agree with you that it's very, very wrong. The other 85% are actually, you know, mined and traded legitimately.
We don't know which are which, though.
Mine is from the 85%. I know it is.
Yeah, see, that's exactly.
I know it is. I feel that.
I just wish some of those congressmen would have the same compulsion about giving China normal trading status, or as it's now called, it's now called normal trading status. It used to be called
are those
most favored nation trading status. No, they're not. They're fake. Absolutely genuine fake. But no, I mean, we don't have any compulsion about loading up our market baskets with cheap Chinese goods that are made in the Chinese logai by slaves.
Well, I think it's the irony of the fact that somebody's bestowing a gift upon somebody else with the ideal of love and commitment, and that gift is basically being given from, you know, the blood and sweat of somebody else who died for, you know,
almost everything we have, we get like that. Almost everything we have. Kathy Lee Gifford, she didn't know, but everybody else knew. They were babies making those clothes. You didn't stop buying them, did you? You kept on buying. Almost everything we have and we acquire comes from somebody's blood and sweat. I hope they're not losing limbs, but it comes that way. I'm going to tell you now, I'm not going to stop buying diamonds. I like it. Diamonds are truly a girl's best friend. And when you get married, if you're not already married, are you going to give your wife a copper ring?
Well, you might be relieved to know that Congress has been debating a bill.
Congress tried to. I mentioned the people, and you know what happened? The World Diamond Council hired the best lobbyists in Washington, and of course, when you do that, what happens? It got quashed.
Exactly.
Right.
And that's exactly what happened when we tried to put a cap on the foreign students that we have entering American University. Just got squashed. They agreed.
Yeah.
But when you talk about 85%, you're talking De Beers. De Beers owns, monopolizes the entire diamond trade.
Well,
and what's
close, yeah.
Yeah, what's a myth. Women hate this, but realistically, you know, diamonds are a glut. Realistically, diamonds should be priced at $5 a carat. There's that much of a glut. Russia has warehouses just full of them. De Beers has them stashed all over. There's every volcanic tube has diamonds, whether they're 10 feet off the top or 1,000 feet down below. I always tell a fellow who's going to buy his fiancée a ring, I say, get an emerald or a ruby. They're 50 times more rare than a diamond.
Right. But what I think is so amazing is that women who purport to be the more sympathetic and, of course, caring about children and the downtrodden, when it comes to diamonds, they do not care. The nicest person in the world, both arms.
I can't.
Are they hacking off? Because if it's just one arm, I mean, come on, Bob Dole has one arm. He does fine. I mean, it's just not that big a problem.
I care. I mean, it's not that we don't care. I honestly care. And I would really like to think that mine does not come from that, but we really don't know.
But that's not the point.
What is the point?
Because it doesn't matter. It's the demand. First of all, they cannot tell. In the Bob Simon report, he said it's very difficult to identify a rebel diamond from a legitimate diamond. And if diamond regulators can't tell the difference, what chance does the consumer have, or will he care whether the supposed symbol of love has led to the mutilation of some nameless girl in a distant land?
But the legitimate mining
now
of
you go enjoy your diamond.
But the legitimate mining of the other 85% of those diamonds is putting food on the tables of people that would be without if we didn't buy the diamonds.
Food on the tables of jewelers?
No, food on the tables of the people who are mining the diamonds, that all of a sudden we're going to say, we're not buying any diamonds. You know, we're going to be so moral that we're not going to buy any diamonds.
They're getting guns with the diamond. They're bartering it for guns, not food.
But not everybody.
Of the diamonds are used.
They're buying guns and weapons. Not everybody's doing that.
I can accept the honesty of, I don't care, I like diamonds. I can't accept this. Because that's just, it really is. It's just, you know what, I like diamonds.
If you're concerned, and you ought to be pressuring Congress to do something about it, they can require that they be mapped and certified.
People have done this. Like I said, they can't get the support of people. Because you know why? Because the people in Africa sell it to the dictatorships. They get laundered through Europe. Some guy in Ohio buys it for his girlfriend, and he gets oral sex. And you can't fight oral sex.
And
that's the chain that I can't get in.
What is doing this oral sex? What is that?
I'm just saying, you know, women accuse men of being mesmerized by breasts. At least breasts are real, not in Hollywood.
Given away more diamonds.
At least breasts are honest. But you're mesmerized by diamonds to a degree we can't even relate to.
You got the support of the people on the African elephant issue. You can do it on diamonds, and you can put the pressure on Congress if you will keep talking about it.
I don't know. I mean, I think we're just going back. We're spinning around the same circle. But I think people would rather get behind an endangered animal than they would
because it's cute and cuddly.
Well, women don't want to wear ivory.
All right. What about all those cute?
Honey, you're marrying me. Thank you for that piece of ivory.
What about all those cute and cuddly stuffed animals that are made by the slaves and the Chinese law guy?
The what happened?
The cute and cuddly stuffed animals. All the stuffed animals that we're buying over here right now are made in China. We don't know which one of the animals are being made by the slaves. It's the same thing with the diamonds.
Yeah, it's not quite the same thing. No. China is not a pleasant place, but it's not what's going on here. And no matter how much you say it needs more study, it reminds me of what they say about marijuana and global warming. It needs more study. Needs more study. No matter how much you present the evidence, it just makes you eat cookie dough. It needs more study. We cannot change the marijuana laws. We have to study it more. Whenever you don't like what the answer is, it needs more study. Let's study.
I said you got to study a damn thing. I'm just
you just don't care. I admire the honesty. We got to take a commercial. We'll be back. More.